right, so he is described as the lexicon of reggae and dancehall music. When it comes to writing lyrics, this gifted lyrical genius with a superb and fast-talking unique style, his matchless storytelling abilities combined with his powerful vocals delivery makes his music stand out for the harshest of critics. We turn our spotlight, or cultural spotlight this morning rather, on Lieutenant Stitchie. Morning and welcome, Stitchie.
Blessings, mornings, blessings. We would shake hands, but we do the
social distancing now.
Yeah.
A new time.
Yes.
So, in terms of you and music, how did you get started?
Well, actually, when I started in music, I was in Sunday school and also representing a primary school, you know, in JCDC competitions.
Yeah. You're like a lead singer?
Yeah, lead singer and soloist,
okay.
You know, and also being on the church choir. But then I heard Dennis Brown, and I was fascinated by Dennis Brown.
Why?
Because of the silky flow of his vocals, you know, that kind of mesmerized me, and it just grabbed a hold of me. And I was just singing like Dennis Brown. And then I heard two prominent Jamaica dancehall artists, Brigadier Jerry and Ranking Joe. And when I heard these guys started DJing, I thought that they were reading from a book, and the thing just flowed seamless and, you know, and just flawless. Until when I went inside the dance, I get a chance to steal inside the dance, thief and go in our dance and, you know, go through the fence, because we can't pay the admission. So when I went inside the dance and saw Brigadier Jerry and Rankin Joe performing, and they were talking from the top of their heads, I was just so amazed. And I said, no, man, this is something that I can do and I have to do. And because I was always a humorous person and a storytelling person, the best way to tell a story was to DJ it. You know, that was the best art form. And so therefore, I started doing my own thing, developed my own style from these two mentors. They're still my mentors, still rate them, still have them. When we hear them, it's just like me get goosebump. You know, Brigadier Jerry and Rankin Joe.
So you've had quite a bit of success in terms of doing music over the years, though. Some are even wondering, has your music changed, or was there a transition?
Well, in terms of success, you know, I don't know if we have enough time on this program to start itemize what has happened. Yeah? Let me just give you an insight. I was the first dancehall artist to be signed to a major label, Atlantic Records. Yeah? I was the first dancehall artist to put dancehall music on a major label. A song called Old Time Teaching, you know, and it was produced by Derek Barnett of Sagittarius Band, you know, who is a stalwart in the business of music and in dancehall. I was the first person to hit the Billboard chart with a song named Dress to Impress as dancehall artist. My album was the first album on a major label for dancehall. The album was called The Governor. That was the name of it. I was the first dancehall artist to sell gold. To sell gold with an album called 14 Shots to the Doom.
Which year was this in?
93. With LL Cool J. I did a song on the album called Straight from Queens. It sold certified gold by the RIAA. You know, I was the first person to take dancehall music to Europe and to all of Germany. Not one of, but the first person to take it there. Yeah, the list goes on. The accolades and the amount I performed at the Bring Dancehall to the Apollo Theater. Yeah, and to Madison Square Garden, where I was opening for Freddie Jackson and Luther Vandross and, you know, and these kind of things. Yeah. So this is not a
yesterday a hurry come up thing.
Yeah. So I've been in the music business. I've done 3 albums with Atlantic Records, and all albums won Album of the Year awards. Yeah.
In terms of being signed with an international label of this sort, did they force you to have a particular creative direction, or they gave you the freedom?
No. You know, being the guinea pig, because I was the guinea pig, you know, since being the first, they never knew how to market me, you know. And so, you know, they tried different things and kind of set the platform for all the other artists that come after, all the other artists that got signed after. So they benefited from the experiment of what, you know, they learned from me. Yeah, I was the first and the only DJ to date who have received 14 #1 songs in 1 calendar year.
Impressive. Are you still signed with Atlantic?
No, I opted out of the deal because I never thought that it was going to in the direction that I wanted my career to go. And I never felt so comfortable because being a guinea pig, they try all different kind of things with you, and then you're not benefiting in the way, you know, that you are to. You know what I mean? And I'm coming from the sound system days where my sound system was the #1 sound in all the world.
Which sound is that?
Stereo One.
Okay.
Stereo One with the baddest crew. We have Wolfman, Ricky Stereo, Captain Barkey, Wickerman, Daddy Blue, and myself, a host of people, Sugar Bobby, Courtney Melody, you know, and I was the person who produced Courtney Melody, the first person who wrote a song for him and produced him and write the song, Screech Across the Border. So the history is there, you know what I mean?
In terms of now going back into the church heavily and becoming a pastor, how has that influenced the music?
Well, it has changed the whole way of thinking and the whole presentation of the truth.
Expound on that for me.
Taking the message to the people globally, you know, and I have it on a platform where it has 3 prongs. The message of peace,
Yes.
message of love, and the message of righteousness. Yeah, in terms of the lifestyle and how we live and how we relate to each other, you know, because we can't say that we love God who we can't see and yet still not love and relate to our brothers and sisters who we can really physically see, to express that too. So that has been the message, and not to keep it within the 4 walls of the religiosity of Christianity, but to ensure that the message gets out there as the message of the kingdom of God.
In terms of getting the message out, you have also done a bit of teaching. What has that experience been like?
As a teacher as well, I'm also a teacher of physical education and biology. You know, I was a teacher, and then because I wasn't getting the opportunity to give the full amount of my time, so I resigned from my post. I was teaching at Tivoli Garden High School. Yes. Yeah, I taught for some time at Jonathan Grant and also at St. Diego High School as well. You know, but Tivoli was my alma mater. You know, that's the university. That's a university. Put it that way. And so I decided to use the skills in teaching to bring across the message in a format that people can understand it and articulate it in such a way that, you know, like I introduce things to the dancehall business like figure of speech, metaphors, similes. The whole concept of English language was expressed in terms of writing lyrics, because people used to write lyrics in just rhyming. You know, I was the one who formalized it and let you need to present it like an essay, like a story. So if you're writing about one thing, you don't write about 10 different things unless you have 10 different paragraphs. You know what I mean? So the
students were able to better connect it with real life, so it was easier for them to digest.
Yes, and also the world was also my classroom, you know, because I used that platform to bring across the life lessons in a similar fashion that people could relate to, even though it was also sometimes humorous. But it was real situation. Like, for example, the song, Young Girl, Wear Your Size. You know,
Girl, wear your size.
Right? It was relevant then, it is still relevant today. You know what I mean?
In terms of the music, some people may feel like there's a bit of a hiatus. We haven't heard from you in a little while. Why?
No, I think that is misinterpretation, you know, because you don't hear me a lot. You know, it's not that I'm gone anywhere, but the thing has expanded in a mammoth way, whereby, you know, there is more demand for me globally. So I have been touring globally. You know, it's just that I'm not here in the field in Jamaica. You know, sometimes you spread out your wings. You know what I mean? Because as the demand goes, the music has to grow. You know, and you know, sometimes people do music that don't really get no visa past El Shah. See? Or even pass out a Norman Manley. You get me? And so I record songs that expand the boundaries of Jamaica, and to get the music out there, and to highlight our Jamaican culture, because I believe that we have the richest culture in the world. So if you can, I'm not working with the tourist board, but my responsibility as a Jamaican is to let it be known globally that Jamaica is the 7th wonder of the world and the #1 of the 7 wonders.
In terms of passing on to the next generation, you do have some children. What has fatherhood been like?
Well, it's a whole of a responsibility to be a father. You know what I mean? Because it's not just to produce the seed, yeah, but it's to take care of the offsprings that you bring, you know, and to ensure that you help them live their vision, their dream, help that bring that to reality. You know what I mean? And that has been a very interesting journey, but it's a journey that we enjoy, you know, regardless of different challenges, ups and downs, because it's a process of life, you know. So I enjoy doing that. And the thing is that I never had a father. My father wasn't there for me, yeah. I was without a father from I was 7. So I made a commitment that, you know, I wouldn't allow my children
to go through that.
To go through the same
stage. Breaking the cycle.
Yeah, and I realized also that I wasn't able to read until I was in grade 2. You know, that was a pull back for me. I wasn't able to get textbooks when I'm going to school. You know, I had to go into the garbage bin where the richer children would tear up their books and throw it away. That's how I went to use those textbook pages to bind together to make my textbooks. And I couldn't do that with all of them. Sometimes I used to borrow textbook from some of my friends. But you can't do that when exam comes, because everybody needs their textbooks. You know, so that's what I used my gift in music to develop my own textbook, you know, in songs, you know. And so I would, in the exam, and singing, and everybody think me have it easy, you know. And the invigilator would say, you know, Cleveland, you're talking, no talking in the exam, but I wasn't talking. I was singing and memorizing, you know, what I've studied. You know, one such song I recorded, which went to #1. It's called Body Body. Yeah, it's a song about biology and anatomy and physiology in one. You know, expressing the different use and the functions of the body parts and all of that kind of thing. You know, so that's how I used it. Yeah, so, you know, fatherhood is something that me love, and that is a major responsibility. You know, and you have to be a man before you be a father.
We have to celebrate the good dads, the good and positive dads that are out there. Yeah. We want to get a little bit back to the music. So you have had about 22 albums now?
Yes,
and the latest one is Masterclass.
Yeah.
It has 17 songs.
Yeah.
Tell us about this project.
Yeah, and I've collaborated, tongue twister, collaborated with a couple dancehall acts and some reggae acts on it. Lucky D is one such person, you know, excellent singer, you know, Agent Sasko.
Yes, yeah. The name of the song with Agent Sasko is If You Could Be.
Yeah, and Fantan Moja, you know, and Million Styles from out of Europe is an international act. And of course, my bona fide virgin, Ricky Stero, because we have been coming from Stero One days, Stero One Sound System.
And the song you did with Ricky is Heaven. You did #4 for us here on Sunrise, Like an Arrow. What inspired that song?
You know, reflecting on where I'm coming from and how people look at it then, you know, but the transformation that has happened over time, and even now so in being a part of the body of Christ. You know, people can't believe that, hey, it's the same Stitchie. Even while I was in the studio, people saying, hey, Stitchie, as far as I can remember, you look the same just as then. No, that's because of the blessings of the Lord. You know, nobody can be credited with it other than Yahshua HaMashiach the Christ. You know what I mean? And I'm not afraid to declare him and to give him the glory for everything that is happening. You know, so this is reflecting that, listen, you know, sometimes you make some different mistakes in life, and people would want to use your mistakes of the past to determine who you are now. And
keep you in a box.
Yeah, but I'm saying, listen, you turn to look at my past while me don't pick up the cross, and in the future I'm gone and you're still lost. You know what I mean?
Full of lyrics, full of lyrics. Yeah. But do you have a specific diet or regime that helps you to stay looking youthful?
Yeah, well, it is very easy to do. One, you live for God. Acknowledge Christ in your life. Study the scripture, you know, and keep your mind safe from bad mind. Can't have no cure. It's worse than corona.
If you could give a message to the younger artists out there,
eat right and exercise.
As we finish in terms of it, so you do eat right and you exercise.
Yeah.
For the younger artists looking on, you have sustained a beautiful career, a very decorated career. What would you say to them, the youngsters looking on now?
First thing, you need to be able to have the ability to hear. Yeah? Because, you know, sometimes they think that they are there and they're not really artists, but really arthritis. You know, and I'm being serious about that. You know, they need to learn, you know, from those of us who have had experience and willing to share, you know. You know, Mark, you know, there are some of us who are in the business season and they don't stretch a hand to help a younger one. Yeah, so that is the reality of it. But there are some of us, like myself, who, you know, right now we have some youths that looking forward to me and sharing the thing with them, sharing the craft with them, how to deliver on stage, how to write songs. You know,
little proteges coming up.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm working with some youths right now. One of the youth that I'm working with right now is have a very good potential. His name is KB, the Great.
So I should look out for him.
Yeah, KB, the Great.
What is next for you?
This year I have to
recalibrate.
And postpone the activities. Yeah, because we had the tour date compact. We have date in Europe and in the US and in the Caribbean and in Canada, you know, making plans for Japan and that kind of stuff. So the page has been packed. So it's not that I am on a hiatus. You know what I mean? I've been busy, you know, and I've always wanted to come and perform in Jamaica, but sometimes the promoters probably see a different thing, you know, and we have dates elsewhere, so we take advantage of those. But I'm still looking forward to get back home to, I mean, the major event that I did here was Rebel Salute in 2014. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't not normal. You know, it's on YouTube because it wasn't a normal thing. It was basically a display of vengeance on stage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Powerful.
So I'm looking forward to, you know, if the promoters call, you know, maybe this summer, you know, they have different festivals happening. If they call on me and I'm available, you know, and we can come to some agreement, you know, amicably, then we can get something going.
Where do we follow you on social media or
Lieutenant Stitchie, right across the board. It's on IG, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Lieutenant Stitchie right across the board. You know.
Before you go, what did you give up for Lent? Did you give up anything for Lent?
Nothing to give up. It's things to add.
What were you purposefully adding to your life during
this time? More lyrics. More lyrics. You know, because this is my time for focus even more on what is happening now. You know what I mean? And to get the message of a positive message out there to people so people can have hope, you know, and examine yourself. Because the most dangerous thing to do is to live and not know why. You know, if you don't know why you're here, then you can cause chaos anyway you end up. You know what I mean? So you have to know your purpose and know who you are and know why you're here. You know what I mean?
Boy, Stitchie, you could have teach 500 more class. We wouldn't get tired. Thank you so much for joining us on set this morning. Everyone, his new album is called Masterclass. Solid body of work. Please go out and support. We now pause for a cause. More Sunrise after these messages.
Well, I was anointed by my boss to be the doctor. The side total dance, I'll fracture. I've been through the good, the bad, and the ugly, but none of that don't worry me. Stitchie. Can't forget where me I come from. Straight ahead of me direction. Stitchie not turn back. Them wish me turn back. Straight like a arrow Stitchie function. Okay. Can't forget where me I come from. Straight ahead of me direction. Stitchie not turn back. Them wish me turn back. Straight like a arrow Stitchie function. Okay. Turn up the judge, I'll me pause while me don't pick up the cross. And in the future me gone and you still lost. Wrong glass I never me boss. It never did matter the cause. Hey, puffin' smoke like a chimney, Stitchie a smoke grass. Remember me when me a boy, me never did rich enough time. I truck to school and I want me driving me own car. Every day me dress up in rag, me never have no shoes, they go brag. And a girl never want me, them treat me like waist bag. Now take a look at me now, and some of them ask me, yeah, how? Salvation, beauty, find me. Some of them ask me and I'm all out. Wow, some of them can't believe that's true. And them say, Stitchie, are you? Who used to tell all of the youngers wear them right side shoes? This is the love Stitchie bring, but the and the dance already. And if it's about the club, me too, win just a brand new thing. Select that, drop the rhythm, and give me the mic, make me sing. Me big up the praise of the king for y'all and me give things. Can't forget where we are come from. Straight ahead and me direction.